What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is yours truly, Fitzy, and as promised, we're going to go over what makes a good charge move. Like, what are good charge moves, why, and how you decide which charge moves you should pick per a Pokemon, for example. So, I've gone over the best quick moves, like what quick move you should choose and why, some actual exemptions of the following rules that I said in that video, why you choose a move over another. Well, the same thing goes with charge moves, but it's not as in-depth. And first thing I'm going to do is sort by energy. So, it's no surprise, the quicker you can get a charge move off, one of two things can happen. Either you deal damage first, and you're going to do more damage quicker over time, or two, which is probably the most important, you're going to melt your opponent's shields quicker. When your opponent doesn't have any more shields, especially during the beginning of the battle, early on, the more of an advantage you're going to have going out through the entire battle, because that third or even that second slot Pokemon that you're going to bring out that has a heavy hitting move, like a 1-bar move, just to put things to perspective, like a really heavy hitting move, it's going to land guaranteed because they don't have shields. So energy is without a doubt the most important thing for a charge move. Actually, not the power. Now, there is going to be some exceptions here. I'll go over those in a second. But energy is very important. And actually, even if you have a quick move that doesn't actually have that much energy per turn, if you have a quick move, or a charge move, excuse me, that has low energy anyways, you're still going to charge up this charge move very, very quickly, regardless of your quick move. So, rule number one, your first move, if you're going to unlock two, your first move should be a move that has extremely low energy. And notably, the moves that have 35 energy. So right away, whether you're doing Great League, Ultra League, or Master League, you want to look at these moves with the 35 energy right away and start narrowing down some Pokemon that you could use in those leagues that will be extremely effective because of how quickly you can charge up these moves. Of course, if you couple that with an extremely good quick charging quick move, you're a recipe for disaster. Either your opponent is going to be forced to take the hit or forced to use a shield. Just depends on the situation. Now, like I did in the quick move video, where should I draw the line? Where should you draw the line on energy? And it's interesting because as we go down here, 35 energy, fast. 40, pretty fast. I would even say 45. Like, look at Frenzy Plant. Frenzy Plant is one of the best charge moves in the game, needing only 45 energy but dealing a 100 damage hit. Just look at this for a second. If we start at Frenzy Plant at 45, it's the highest damage move so far. It's only triple number damage. Look at that. So Frenzy Plant is arguably the best move. Not really, but you're seeing my point here. Body Slam is actually really good. 60 damage for just 35 energy. Doom Desire, when Jirachi comes out, it's going to be really OP. Leaf Blade. Leaf Blade is arguably the best grass move for PvP in Pokemon Go because it does 70 damage to only 35 energy. But I digress. So 45, not too bad. 50's actually not too bad. 55 is okay. 60 is where I would probably draw the line. 60 energy is not a lot, but it's not very quick, and that's even including a quick charging quick move to complement your charge move's energy. 60 is where I draw the line. Anything over 60, I personally believe, is not worth it. I mean, let's go ahead and look at some of the moves that are in this 60 category, actually. You've got Thunder. Would you use Thunder on a Pokemon? No, you'd probably use Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt has less energy and to get a buff in PvP, it got a buff. But would you actually use it? You have Wild Charge. Wild Charge, 90, takes 50 energy. So see, right away you can start eliminating some Pokemon per choice that have access to Wild Charge as opposed to Thunder. Would you want to Zapdos with Thunderbolt that takes 55 energy and does 90 damage? Or would you want Raikou that has Wild Charge that takes only 50 energy and still does 90 damage? Do you see what I'm saying? The stats are pretty equivalent anyway, but you can see where you can start eliminating some choices. It comes down to the moves, how quickly you can charge them, and then go into, the damage. Like, for example, going with Leaf Blade. Why take a Pokemon that knows Grass Knot when you're charging up that Leaf Blade a lot faster? You're able to eliminate Pokemon that can learn Grass Knot because you're looking for Pokemon that can learn Leaf Blade, for example. They'll be a lot more diverse, a lot more destructive, and a lot more shield breaking. Your opponent's really going to have to think on their toes. So where I draw the line is probably 60 energy. And if you really look, there's not many moves after 60. My actual recommendations, if you want to ask me, I draw the line at 55. Now, I know what you're thinking, and I know what I'm thinking. Fitz City. What about having a Pokemon that has a secondary move that has a one bar move, which is high energy? Is basically what that means. What about having a second move that deals an extremely huge amount of damage in late PvP game to deal that guaranteed one-hit KO? You gotta be careful. Yes, you can. I'm gonna say it right now. Yes, you can use like an Earthquake that takes 65 energy, does 120 damage to try to one-hit KO your opponent. I get that. But let me rebuttal with this. What if your opponent, their third Pokemon, your third Pokemon, the end of the battle, what if your opponent has charge moves that will charge up and they'll probably get them off? Like, let's say they have a Body Slam against your Groudon, just an example, and they'll do neutral damage. And you have an Earthquake. What if their quick move is extremely good and they're able to actually get off 2 of these to your 1 Earthquake? Neither of you have shields. Depends on who wins, right? That's just an example. Because Earthquake actually only takes 65. Let's do even a more extreme example. What if you're trying to save up for a Hydro Pump? And it's a Vaporeon, and you're going up against a Raikou. And of course, Vaporeon's doing normal damage to Electric. Raikou's doing super effective damage to you. You're trying to get that Hydro Pump off to one-hit KO. But your opponent has Wild Charge. If I can find it. There it is, Wild Charge. It's going to charge up quicker than you. You both don't have shields. They hit the Wild Charge. You're done for. So ideally, you want 2 moves that charge up extremely quickly. My recommendation is one that charges up really fast, anywhere from 35 to 45. And then the second move, maybe take a little bit longer, 60. Like I said, we're the cutoff. That's usually a pretty safe bet. So there are a lot of Pokemon you can immediately just cut out of trying to use because of their move pools. So take a look at this. Some of you probably already know this information, but I'm just kind of iterating why it's important and why you should choose the moves you choose. Or why other people choose moves. If you're unsure how people are really picking their moves in battle and whatnot for scenarios, it basically comes down to charging up your charge move as fast as possible, dealing as much damage as quickly as you possibly can, and getting rid of those shields literally as quickly as you can. That's what it comes down to. But again, like I said, you can narrow down the Pokemon you want to choose based off their move pools in the first place. So when you're looking to build a new team, I challenge you to do this. Go to this page, I'll link it in the description, look over some moves. Find some moves you like. If you're looking for grass types, electric types, ice types, look over some moves, and then look over some Pokemon with those moves and make your decisions accordingly. So there you guys have it. That's it with the charge moves. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. How do you guys choose your charge moves? I'm really curious to see what you guys do, how you guys think about it. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be a part of the Fitz City fam. So the boy Fitz City, I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.